Okay students, welcome back to the last class of first chapter, that is typical configuration of computer system. So till now we saw what is a computer, some terminology related to the computer, motherboard, types of motherboard, its characteristics in detail about its components, okay, and we saw regarding memory also. Now the last part is power supply to a computer system. So do we need a power supply to a computer system? Yes or no? Yes, we need. Why? Because computers are nothing but they are the electronic machines. Each and everything of the computer system is built based on electronic components. Yes, and if we want to make the electronic components to work, then what we have to do? We have to supply a power to the systems. Power in the sense, normal day-to-day life we use the word current. Yes, we have to supply power to our computer system because it is a electronic machine, otherwise the system will not work. Yes, okay, now we'll see which are the types of power supplies connected to a computer system. There are mainly two types. The first one is switch mode power supply, in short we call it as SMPS. Second is uninterruptible power supply. Okay, a question can be asked here, expand SMPS. What is expansion? Switch mode power supply. Another question can be asked, expand UPS, that is uninterruptible power supply. Okay, now we will see what are these power supplies. The first one is SMPS. So this SMPS is a power supply which converts AC, that is AC in the sense alternative current, from an electronic outlet to the DC, that is direct current power needed by our system components. Okay, why this conversion is required from AC to DC? See, we have the mains. Yes, from the mains only we are getting the powers, even for our houses also. Yes, so in that mains, what will be the volt power it is, that current voltage will be of around 230 volts. Yes, and which is very high. That much voltage we are not requiring in our computer system. Yes, we require hardly of about 12 volts for our computer systems. So 230 is a very high power supply, very high voltage it is. We are not requiring that much. If I supply that much voltage to our computer systems, then system will not work, that may blast. Okay, so what we have to do, I have to convert that AC 230 volts to DC, that is for how much current is required for our computer system. Then who will do that conversion? That will be done by switch mode power supply. Okay, so this is nothing but an power supply, an SMPS, which converts an AC power from an electrical outlets to the DC power needed by the system components. Okay, and where it is placed in the computer system? An SMPS is a metal box. Okay, this is a metal box in the rear of the computer system. Rear in the sense in the back side of the computer system, that is attached to the computer chassis and to the computer and to the system board. Means what exactly? Computer chassis in the sense that is nothing but a case box. Case box in the sense we have the CPU. We normally, which components we have? Monitor, keyboard, CPU, like this we say, right? So in that CPU box, what we see, that is nothing but computer chassis, that is a computer case. So in the back side of that case, that is the rear of the system, rear side of the system, this metal box is placed, that is nothing but SMPS power supply battery. Okay, now this power supply contains what all things? That is, it contains power card plug. Yes, power card plug is needed to supply power to the system. Yes, and a fan for cooling. Why we need a fan? Since it is generating a power for us, it is supplying a power for us, obviously there will be a generation of a heat. Yes or no? There will be a generation of a heat. To cool that, what we need to have? We should have a fan. So fans are used for cooling purpose because it will generate a lot, in the sense more of heat. Okay, then an SMPS with rating of more than 300 watts is needed, because if we use a less watt SMPS, then it will be not reliable for our modern computer systems. So that is the reason we should have a SMPS with more than 300 watts. In the PC, in the computer systems, the SMPS, it converts a 230 volts. 230 volts we get from the main outlets, main power outlets, okay, of AC. It is converting that to of around 5 to 12 DC volts, which is required by our computer systems, okay. And the wattage is around 180 to 300 watts, or it can be 450 to 500 watts, depending upon the systems, how much our systems need, that much it is going to convert, okay. So question can be asked here, name the types of power supplies. So what are those two? Switch mode power supply, and one more is uninterruptible power supply. Or one more question can be asked, expand SMPS, that is switch mode power supply. Or they can ask, explain SMPS. You need to write all these points there. Yes. So this basically SMPS work is to convert the AC which we get from the electrical outlets to DC power which is needed by our computer system. Okay. Now moving on to the next power supply, that is uninterruptible power supply, UPS. See, what is this uninterruptible? Name itself says uninterruptible, without a disturbance. Yes. See, using SMPS, what we can do, we can run our computer system, because it is supplying a power to our computer system. Yes, that is from the mains. But if the main power goes off, then what will happen? Our computer system will get off, right? Yes. Suppose you have opened a Word file, you have not saved that file, simply you are typing some data. After typing, you have typed half pages of data, and what will happen? The power goes off. What about the data you have written, you have typed? That will be vanished, right? Because that is present in the RAM memory. Okay. To avoid this, even after the power goes off, your system should work, because you have to save your data. If you don't save, everything will get vanished. Yes. So you need some time for that. Yes. So to supply this kind of uninterruptible power, I mean without a disturbance, even the power goes off, then also your system will work. To supply that kind of a power, we have something backup batteries, power supplies, that are nothing but uninterruptible power supplies. Okay. So what is this uninterruptible power supply? This is an UPS, is a power supply that includes a battery to maintain power in the event of power failure. Okay, what is this? It is a power supply which consists of the battery to maintain power in the event of power failure. Okay, even the main power goes off, using these batteries you can make your computer systems work properly. Then typically an UPS keeps the computer running for several minutes to few hours after a power failure, enabling us to save our data which is there in the RAM, and then shut down the computer carefully or gracefully. As I said, the example of Word, what I can do, I can save the data present in the RAM, because power goes off, I'll get to know that okay, now I can stay with this battery for about, depends on the battery, for about 20 minutes. Earlier what happened, we had a batteries, right, which were used to support only 20 minutes power supplies after the power failure. Yes, during that time user will get to know that yes, now the power will get off, I have to save my data. Yes, so what you can do, whatever you have done, that data you can save, and you can carefully switch off your systems. Nowadays we have power supplies, power systems which will give us backup of around 2 to 3 hours, like that. Yes, so in that time what you can do your work and save your data. Yes, so now we will see types of UPS. There are basically two types. One is online UPS and another one is standby UPS. Then what is this online UPS? The online UPS avoids momentary power lapses by continuously providing power from its own inverter, even when the power line is functioning properly. It is more costlier than standby UPS. Means what? So this online UPS will work even when you have a power supply to your computer systems from the mains. Even during that time also, this power line is functioning properly. Means what? Right now you are working, so you have on your system, you have an online UPS. Then what will happen? From that mains, power will be supplied to your computer systems directly, as well as that power will be provided to the inverter of this online UPS. Okay, then ultimately how we are going to get the power? From the mains as well as from this online UPS. From both the power supplies you are going to get the power, that is from one mains as well as inverter of this online UPS. Okay, now what happens? Suddenly the power supply goes off. Then what will happen? Even though that mains line is not working, this online UPS will provide you the power from, it is going to provide you the power from its own inverter, because it is already providing. Even when you have the mains, then also it is providing. But when the power goes off, main power goes off, then also it will going to provide you the power supply. Okay, so the user will not come to know that, will not get any disturbance for doing his work, because as soon as the power goes off, whether the power is there or no, this battery is supplying you the power. Okay, so next, moving on to the next UPS, that is standby UPS, or it is also called as offline UPS. Okay, what it does, it monitors the power line and switches to a battery power as soon as it detects a problem. Here, what is the difference? See, in this offline UPS, you will get the power from main switch. You will get the power from main switch to this UPS, and what it will do, it will charge its own battery. And when the main switch power goes off, what it will do? This will supply a power to your computer systems from its own battery. Okay, but what about the online UPS? Even when the main switch is working properly, main power supply is there, then also it is going to provide you a power from its own inverter. Okay, continuously, whether the power is there from the mains or no. But what happens in the offline? When the power mains electronic outlet power goes off, then only it is going to provide you the power supply. Yes, so question can be asked here, what is UPS, or expand UPS, that is uninterruptible power supply, and explain the types of UPS, which are those two, online UPS and standby UPS. You need to explain these 2 points. Okay, so students, here it is the end of the chapter 1. Since still we are in the lockdown, so start studying now only. This is the end of chapter 1, which carries 4 marks. In your final examination from this chapter, you will get one 1 mark question and one 3 marks question. Since it is a theoretical and a small chapter, don't leave this, study properly. Okay, now in the next session I will start with a fresh chapter. Okay, thank you.